Hey everybody, it's Matt with COMM104 here, and I want to welcome you all to week number 4 of our current term. Now, you've probably already noticed we're about halfway through the term, and we are kicking things into a relatively high gear. And this week is all about setting goals and improving study skills. And remember back to the first week of class, and that was when a lot of you discussed what you wanted to get out of this class or what excited you the most, to learn about in the class and kind of what your intentions were when you graduated. You told everyone, I'm looking for a degree in this. I want to be this. This is kind of that what do you want to be when you grow up kind of thing. Well, that all comes together this week as we discuss goals. Now, having a goal is a great way to set a path for yourself to be successful. And without goals, you're just kind of floundering without direction. And goals can be anything. They don't have to be big grandiose goals where I want to save $1 million and do this and do that. Goals can be small. The important thing is that you need to have them. They give us purpose, and that direction that we need to stay on track and accomplish what we want to accomplish, not just in life, but just in the day to day. So, make sure to read and listen to this week's lecture in depth. You're going to learn a lot more about goals. And here's kind of what the lineup is for this week. You're going to have discussion. You'll watch a video on SMART goals, and then in your initial post, which I would probably try to have completed by Wednesday or so. You're going to want to talk about what each letter in the SMART acronym stands for and why these goals are useful for you. Then you're going to have an assessment. You'll use the SMART model. You'll create 3 short-term goals, help you reach a long-term academic or professional goal. Make sure you download and read the directions as well as the example on the template. One key here is to make sure that your goals do align with each other. You don't want a long-term goal that is related to academics, but yet your short-term goals all have something to do with saving money to buy a car or buy a house. Doesn't really go together. Great goals to have, and you should separate those, and you should plan on both. But for the purpose of this exercise, try to keep everything as linear as you can. Now, in terms of discussion, a couple things I'm noticing here. I'm noticing that some of you are waiting until late in the week to post your initial discussion post. I want to be clear here. You should be posting your initial post by Wednesday and focusing on the 2 to 3 remaining days of the week on responding to your classmates and to posts from me. Because it's really not fair to you or your classmates to wait until Friday or Saturday to complete that initial post. It doesn't give your peers any enough time really to complete a thoughtful response and fulfill their obligation on the discussion board. So just kind of be mindful of that. I understand things happen, life gets in the way, and all sorts of things kind of get there, and I understand. But make every effort you possibly can to try to get at least your initial post and discussion done by Wednesday. Also, there are some who have some assignments that are still outstanding that are missing from the last few weeks. Make sure you get those missing assignments done and turned in. I've tried to reach out to any of you who, are missing a good number of assignments to let you know what you're missing and try to put forth a plan of action to get those assignments turned in. Because we're not getting any slower. We're actually the pace of the class is picking up. So if you don't catch up now, you're going to fall behind, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to dig yourself in too deep of a hole that you can't get out of. Remember, the class is only 7.5 weeks. So if you get behind in the first 2 or 3 weeks, you're not leaving yourself much room to get out and to make up ground. So, but it's okay if you're struggling or if you have questions, make sure you reach out to me. You have my email address. It's maclark@bryantstratton.edu. You can reach me on the Ask Your Instructor tab as well. I am more than happy to help with whatever I possibly can. So that's what we have going on this week. Best of luck, and I'm going to see each and every one of you in discussion.